Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and today's reading is for Capricorn. Something strange happened. I thought I had recorded them all, you know, so that everybody has an equal number. So it was the same with Aquarius, but somehow, I don't know, it turned out that Capricorn was missing one too. So what we are doing here, and this is a part of your reading, is repairing something. And what we do repair is you, right? So let's see that. You are this beautiful rose. So let's see. Too much glue, maybe? I don't know. But maybe it's, you know, because I really felt like something is happening to you in a good way. Like healing or something. And it's unexpected, right? Because I don't think that you did expect that the first part of this reading is is this, right? Because that's not really a reading, so now like there are no cards just yet, right? But look at that, it's beautiful. Yeah, here we go. Now yeah, I need to clean my fingers after a minute. Yeah, so here we go, all fresh. So yeah, so let's pull some cards finally after 3 minutes. Anomaly. Mimicry. Perspective. Waterproof. Didn't we have that in another reading as well? Can't talk. Yeah, so everything's so weird. There's something strange going on. Really strange. Strange things. Okay? Strange things. Oh, magic. Is it the weird banana energy or is it the chili energy? I'm a little bit confused. So clearly there's, looks like you are glowing like this. You are glowing like this, and maybe, or maybe that's the anomaly, because if you are, because, you know, this is not the best energy in a way, maybe this is also not, I don't know, this is like, it could be that you are feeling really nice and good, even though, and nothing has changed. It's like waking up in the morning and everything looks brighter and more beautiful. Right? And it's unexpected. That's the thing. Yeah, because Look what we've just done here, right? It's unexpected because one might think that if you feel better suddenly, that it is because of some sort of reason, right? Because communication comes in or something like that. But nothing. Everything is as it always has been, except that you are different. And that's the thing. The key is it starts with you, right? So because, or maybe you had a beautiful dream. It's just because I got this, yeah, you wake up and then. But that's the thing. If you don't, if you don't expect it, you don't expect some dreams of some sorts, right? You don't expect special dreams or something, but you also, so that's just one thing. It doesn't have to be, maybe you had a dream or something and you didn't pull it in. You don't remember, but something's changed. And it's like the sparks everywhere, and everything, everybody else looks still a little bit dark somehow, right? But you are glowing. How does that come? Yeah, it's change of perspective. Suddenly everything makes sense because you wake up and you see everything differently. Where you once had maybe a somewhat not so nice perspective, right? With this card. Suddenly the perspective has changed somehow. It's from, because of chilly energies can also be a nice energy, like when it's really hot, stuff like that. But it can also be a bit painful, right? But it all depends on the perspective, and I think that's what happens to you. Because if you look at this, I think this dog, if you look at the eyes of the dog, I think that's how your eyes looked like before this unexpected healing has happened. But how does this come? This is almost not explainable, right? It's like you're transforming from this, also the landscape. If you look at this, it's very dark and gray and not so nice. And here everything is golden, right? Everything is golden. It's beautiful. It seems to me, but I don't know, there's some strange things happening, because if you look at this perspective, look, this is weird, right? Have you ever seen a crow sitting on a tree like that? That's just, it doesn't make sense, does it? And also, this is usually the weird banana card where you don't know what this is until someone says it or points it out, right? It says, what is this actually? Because you cannot really tell, right? There's some magic involved in this. But also, so the point is, there is nothing changed and you are feeling better in the same situation. This doesn't mean that you are currently in a bad situation. It just means that you are just suddenly feeling better. Nothing has changed. And this is maybe the unexplainable thing, or the unexpected thing, that you're like, yeah, but nothing changed, right? It's just nothing. Nothing. Not the situation, nothing. But then strange things happen. Maybe you're actually seeing animals behaving weirdly, or things like that. And I'm almost speechless. It's this, what did I just see? Is that really? Yeah, you notice things that you didn't notice before. Look, for me, just look at this rose. Beautiful, right? But I just noticed, and I didn't notice this before, that there's a leaf missing of the rose, actually. I never noticed before. And I'm like, is it here somewhere? No, it's not. That's so strange. It's like the more attention to detail or some details. Well, it's not bad, right? It is what it is. It's like your maybe also a perspective about you. Maybe you notice about yourself, well, there's a, there's something that you might think that this is not perfect, right? But you're like, no, this is the way it is. It's beautiful the way it is, right? So it's again a change of perspective, but that's just a tiny thing. I think there's some strangeness going on, and it's in a good way, right? Suddenly everything aligns somehow. Like it just aligns. Okay, I'm so weirded out. It's like, okay. It's like the puzzle makes sense. Maybe I was just getting this, trying to make sense of things. If you look at this, the dog looks at this crow and it's just, I don't know, looking at it. And somehow nothing makes sense. But then the crow flips like this around, dog is gone, and everything makes sense. And this crow looks like you somehow. Yeah, that's so, like, I've got a ton of question marks now because I'm like, what is happening? Right? And also this, maybe, yeah, if you look at this, they look like copy and paste, right? Because they're the same. What is going on? They're so magic. It's this. Yeah, it's like maybe you were trying to solve a puzzle somehow, and it makes sense because everything clicks into place, and it gives you a special position because you see now. It's this. Oh yeah, now I get it. Right? It's just, oh yeah, now. And it's unexpected somehow. But why is the magic here? It's like, and there's a lot of communication somehow in this reading. Right? Still a lot of question marks. Somehow. Boundaries. Look at her, right? Ooh. Wow. Yeah, look at her. Look at that. Oh, is she someone, like, I don't think, like, she looks like someone familiar. Right? Oh, maybe you are seeing someone from your dreams? In reality? But I think this happens after you've reached this status, right? Does it have... No, I don't think it has anything to do with boundaries. Except that you might be a bit freaked out because you're like, this is not the... Maybe that's this seeing a wild animal and you're like, this is crossing my boundaries because you look exactly like the person in my dreams. How can this be? And what does this mean to you if you see them? Right? What? Passion? Well, of course, right? It's like the answer presented to you. You know, I notice all the gold here. I'm just a bit like boundaries. Yeah, you know, this is your personal thing. You know, it's this when reality crosses your boundary, because if this is the truth, then it opens you up a little bit more psychically as well, because you are wondering, you know, I think you always knew that your dreams had some sort of value, especially if you remember them, and if you're not if you're not trying to force remember them, you know what I mean? It's those where you just wake up in the morning and you're like, yeah, you know, when you have a special dream, we always remember it. You know, if it's something that really, really, really was supposed to reach you, right? And then you see it reflected back in reality, and you're like, yeah, well, that's strange, right? That's strange, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. It certainly ignites some passion. Oh, look at her, like, wow, right? All this red, like the red hair and fire, passion, right? Red and passion and everything, yeah. Yeah. It's like, pew, oh, there's the light, wow. Wow, but it's like, I don't know, I don't want to put them just on the table just yet. I just want to notice this. Peace. Oh, okay, yeah. It's beautiful. And look at this. If this is you, right? It's a reflection again. Oh, wow. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, it's very relaxing somehow. But also strange, right? It's very strange. You're wondering, how can that be? You know, sometimes we don't have to explain things, you know, it's this, yeah, it's like, that's okay. You just accept it, right? Yeah, accept the magic somehow. Very special. The whole situation. Yeah, I'm a little bit speechless. Maybe you are too. It's like not knowing what to say now. You know, not knowing what words to bring. If you find a word, it's yours. Very encouraging words, right? Resistance. Understanding why you resist what you have to do is a crucial part of the creative process. Also very strange, right? With the universe, like, this is not the normal sky, right? And there's this, I don't know what this creature is. What is this? Understanding why you resist what you have to do is a crucial part of the creative process. Yeah, so I think you are getting some answers why you were resisting some things somehow. Or some motivation to not resist anymore. You know what I mean? Change. For change, do something you usually do a certain way in a different way. Again! So weird. Look at that. Look at that. Like the bird is carrying a star. And this fish is huge, and this is kind of, I don't know, what's that? Crocodile? Yeah, it's also seeing some animals that... Yeah, it's this, what are you doing here vibe, you know? It's almost like, yeah, seeing some sort of animal that is not supposed to live where you live in your area, and you're like, you are not like, what? Yeah, but then, you know, it's very psychedelic almost. Like, yeah. Go deeper. Expressing the deeper meanings in life while staying attuned to childlike wonder is at the heart of all great art. It's also very strange somehow. Yeah, strange. Everything is strange. What is this? Like fairies dancing? Do you see fairies dancing? Happy accident! Fortunate accidents can act as guides to edit and be open to where you should go next. Oh. Accidental encounter. It's all unexpected. You know, accidents, you don't expect anything like that. But if it's happening, you know, you don't expect to see fairies. But if it's happening, of course you're it's okay. So it's not an unhappy accident. It's like, yeah, bring it on. That's totally unexpected and beautiful, and yeah, it's just great. Yeah, it's so relaxing in a way. It's healing. And it all started from waking up and then feeling differently. And then everything just falls into place. Somehow. So there's some work going on that you have no idea of. Yeah, and sometimes we feel a little bit remote controlled, right? When we are guided to some place where we should go next. It's this also having the feeling of losing control, but since this is a happy accident or some sort of good development, that's different, right? It could be that you had a lot of a tough life so far, right? Where you felt like the odds were against you, and suddenly everything falls into place, and it's not that the odds are against you, it's more the opposite. It's beautiful because it's justice, right? It's justice. Beautiful justice. It's not like, yeah, it's seeing fairies dancing. Yeah, like those creatures that you wouldn't expect somewhere else, like in your front yard or something, right? It's like, oh yeah, it's nice, right? Yeah, and you know, I think this makes you want to, you know, it's bringing you back some sort of childlike wonder, because you're wondering, why, how can this be? Well, we sometimes try to explain these things, but what I said, you know, sometimes we just cannot. Just can't. You know, it's like we don't get a manual before we come to this place, and it's like a maze somehow, and then when we discover something beautiful, you know, it's again, it changes, you know. Oh, wow. I just looked out the window and there were a ton of birds flying very closely to my window. Very strange. Strange. Yeah, but it loosens your resistance. That's all I'm saying. It's this. I don't know. Some sort of glitch. Maybe you're seeing a glitch also. Could be, you know, when we see glitches, it's this, I don't know, you know, when things are repeating, like with this, right? Or some sort of weird, yeah, just some weirdness. But in a good way. I think it's not too scary. I mean, when you see the boundaries card, it's like intense, but then it's like, yeah, but that makes sense, right? It's this a little bit fear triggering, but just because you almost cannot believe the goodness that is presented to you, right? Yeah, well. Nice. I'm getting so silent now, because we already know it's for Capricorn. And yeah, you're speechless. It's okay. Yeah, no, you know, it's this, when you discover things like that, and then you look at things with a little bit more peace. Yeah, like the other card, peace. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. I don't know. So confidence is your key to success. Oh, maybe yeah, well, yeah, so confidence is for you. And again, balance spirituality and practicality. Those two cards, like there are more cards here. Expect powerful change, duh. And prosperity lies ahead. Wow, the goodness. Yeah, well. Yeah, I hope it's helpful. I don't know. Additional info is in the litter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.